Now is the 10th run of the night, and the final run of the night.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant.
Fascinating.
Calamity. That a survivor.
I didn't actually know you could force your way out of bounds there. Or off the ledge there. You know what I mean.
Out from underground. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Alright, that was good recovery, sort of. But I am like 4 seconds behind, which is a lot of seconds.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
I can probably get out of here at about a 143 if I'm really, really good in here.
Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
On second thought, it might be hard.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. 145? Wow! Hey, what's up, your all talk? And rain time, how are you guys doing?
He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Right back at you, he finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job. Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
That reflect. I'm doing pretty well. The practice runs tonight are going about as well as I was hoping.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy, smell of barley and spoiled.
I'm pretty happy tonight with this.
Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. He finds the core to the wharf district. Well, down he goes.
That's surprisingly good. That plus 2.8 is really surprising given that fall at the beginning of the wharf district. That pretty much means that the rest of the wharf district was like nearly as good as my PB. And my PB wharf district was actually pretty good.
And just like that,
so yeah, getting like a 305 there is surprisingly good.
Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one?
Of course, things like that keep happening.
But it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old
That's really dumb and irritating.
And now there's a new
I hate those dudes.
Town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall.
Idiot, dude. So idiot.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. The cores.
Remember, I was surprised when I had a
That's
3
why this
PB?
place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright.
I am unclear what you mean by
Kid
that.
ponders what to build. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
A 3 PB.
The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. It was someone like him. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. But him, he survived. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? What do you say?
Alright, I
to a
saved
man
time
who
on
seen
Hanging
too
Gardens.
much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this.
Like, it looks like I lost time, but that's because I lost so much time on Workman Ward. I actually saved time on Hanging Gardens.
He's a proper
which is
gentleman,
nice,
that man.
sort of.
His name is Zolf.
It's a very dumb start, though.
No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Celandia.
Oh,
He's
you're all
relieved to
talk.
see
I think you're
a
way
living
off.
face or two. The kid and I introduce
So
ourselves.
3 Minute Wharf District is on New
Both
Game
to him
any percent.
and to each
247 is
for
on
the
New
first
Game
time.
Plus. So important
other.
distinction.
Joel's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. Kids
I gotta
surprised
find
when
some
someone
way to
told
make
them.
that clear when I'm
I shouldn't
streaming,
believed it either.
because I've had tons of people be confused between New Game and New Game Plus. Yeah, 3 Minute Wharf District New Game is amazing, like untouchable.
There's only one
247
way to
New Game
send it
Plus
back
Wharf District is nothing.
the hard
It
way.
would be like
Sure,
242 or
the city marshals
243
may
would be
gone,
the
but now
would be the
fort's
untouchable
crawling
level.
with windbags. The calamity was mercy for normal folks. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though. Security's plain gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. And now
Glad.
ain't nothing left for nobody down
Look at
in
that,
Cinderella
Glad.
Fort.
You are like the 18th person in
Kid
my
shows
channel to
up
make that
just as
mistake you're all
Zolf's
talk,
telling me
and I
about
don't
his
get all
own
that many
journey to
people
the
in my
city.
channel.
Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put it back together. The shards.
That was a very good
That's it.
cinder brick fort,
Few
though.
more shards like that.
I should
We'll
continue
get back
having
in
cinder brick
business.
forts that are that good.
A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got. That cinder brick fort.
No. That's a shame. That costs a lot of time. Too bad. This is a very good run,
Gators
other than
used to
doing
roam
that.
the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many
Okay,
a
well, it's
tale
not a
folks
very
used to
good
scare
run.
their
It's a
children
good...
straight originated
I'm
here.
on a good pace. That doesn't mean
They
it's a
used
good
to
run,
think that
necessarily.
ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. The
Get
closer
through
you
the
get to
damn
an ankle
skip.
gator's
Holy
lair,
crap,
the
dude.
thicker
That
the
wall
tall
is
grass
killing me.
grows. One
I
bad
think that's a
step in
frame
that
rate
tall
problem, to be
grass,
honest. I
that's
think
Queen
the fact
Anne's
that
lunch.
I'm
Wanna
dropping
know
so
how
many
to
frames
find
from the
an
game
ankle gator
today,
lair? You use
I
the
think that
kid's
also
bait.
is affecting my ability to do that skip right there. Because
Now
I
she's
know that
coming
one's
for
pretty
him.
timing
She's
sensitive.
got nowhere else to go. She's starting to get annoyed.
Get over here.
The shard's sitting in plain view. After all that, kid lets the ankle gator go. Hope Queen Anne don't mind us borrowing from her treasury.
It's alright, if I do Culford Cauldron right...
Shard, but you know what? It was worth it.
And do Prosper Bluff correctly, then this can still actually be a PB.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances. The Bastion ain't gonna build itself. Well, not entirely.
Once again, I almost forgot where to travel. It's really easy to forget if you're me and not smart at things.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Culford Cauldron here blew up.
What am I doing, even?
The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago.
There's another way to lose some time on Culford Cauldron.
Lakes with molten rock. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Culford Cauldron. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here, but we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. After all, when we looked down inside Culford Cauldron, we had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. But where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell.
Alright, the fact that I botched the Pikefall and still did not lose more than 0.2 seconds tells me that that was a ridiculously good Culford Cauldron otherwise.
Back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Alright, Prosper Bluff. Hello.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve. High time we built something new.
Prosper Bluff. Come on.
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far. And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it?
That was slow. That was good. That was bad, but I am okay. That is so glad. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That is a very glad split right there.
When the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow or again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find. We tracked the final core beyond the city.
Get hype for a potential world record right here. That wasn't even a very good Prosper Bluff. No, that wasn't even a perfect Prosper Bluff. It was a very good Prosper Bluff. Let's be real.
Not all of it.
But it was not perfect. I can do better.
Got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon.
Alright, at least if that guy goes, like, flying off into the corner, I know how to deal with him.
Now it's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight. Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lung.
Nice.
After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right? Well, no, it ain't. Not by a long shot.
Incoming world record.
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see.
1542. Sorry, 1540. The world record's 1543. This is 1540.
Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid.
There you go. 1540. That was a very good last run of the night.
Now,
That's definitely the way to end it.
It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done.
But yeah, this is how it always seems to be. Like, when I do no reset runs, I get world
I
records,
suppose all that's left.
like, even better, even faster. Well, not even world records, PBs even. Like, even faster than I do when I do, like, resets and hardcore work, or hardcore practice. So, like, I mean, look at this run, right? Like, I would have reset this run long before I finished it. But, like, you know, because I was behind, like, 6 seconds on Workman Ward or whatever, but, you know, there's so much time to save at some points that,
So long.
I mean, there's still so much time to save. 1530 is so easily possible. I'm gonna get it while I'm doing practice for AGDQ, so it's just a matter of time. Also, the nice thing now is, now that my splits are like this, when I do runs against these splits, it's gonna be easy as hell, like, until the very end of the run. Like, I'm gonna be way ahead for a long time, and then I'll get the Prosper Bluff, and if I don't do it perfectly, I will lose all sorts of time. But yeah. Because, yeah, Prosper Bluff was damn near perfect, and Cinderbrick Fort was obviously the best I've done so far. Alright, so let's go back over these times. I did 10 runs tonight, which is my goal for every day between now and AGDQ, is to do 10 runs of this category. And that will be something on the order of, like, what? Today's Friday, we got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 plus 7. Yeah, that'll be at least, like, 140 runs if I do that. Which is a lot of runs, incidentally. And that's really the best possible way that I can prepare for this. I might not be able to do 10 every single day. Obviously, I will have family in town, stuff like that. I won't always be able to stream it, but I am going to just do this a ton until it's literally, like, until the entire run is muscle memory. Anyway, 10 runs. The times on the runs were, in order, 1634, 1626, 1614, 16 minutes flat. Then I got distracted by stuff going on. Then 1643, 1602, 1748. The 1748 is because I failed the dupe on Hanging Gardens. So I had to do Melting Pot and Mountain Sand in addition to all the other levels. Well, I replaced Prosper Bluff and Wild Outskirts with Melting Pot and Mountain Sand, and it worked out. Then I got a 16 flat, and then I got a 1551, and then I got a 1540. So everything, it got better and better as I went until I got distracted, and then it still got better and better. So that's really good. That bodes really well for me. You're all talk. You get one shot. Basically, they schedule you for the amount of time you think your run will take, and then that's how much time you get. And you do one run. And because it's a marathon, you just have to finish it. So if there's anything that can prevent you from finishing your run, or delay you by huge amounts of time, in a marathon as opposed to world record attempts, you would definitely use safe strats. Anything you can think of to reduce the risk level of the run. Fortunately for me, there's not really any safe strats I have to use. I have backup strats in case I miss a dupe or whatever, but as long as I don't miss a dupe, I can finish the run no matter what. I might fall a whole bunch, and that could lengthen the run, but each fall only costs 2.5 seconds, so I'd have to fall a ton to really, like, go over estimate or anything like that. Basically, the two worst things that can happen are, one, you go over estimate, and two, your run has to be killed involuntarily. The only way your run would be killed involuntarily is that you have something so catastrophic happen that, like, you can't just recover and finish your run. For example, if it were a PC game and your save data, like the game crashed and your save data got corrupted halfway through the run, you might not have time to do an entire run. So at that point, you would probably be mercy killed, which would suck a lot. In this run, the only way I could get mercy killed is if I soft-locked myself inside the Bastion. When I say soft-locked, what I mean is it's possible to make your save data such that you can't advance. The only way to do that is to make it so that when you go drop cores into the monument, you don't have any buildings left to build, even though the Bastion wants you to build a building. And if that is the case, then you can't leave the Bastion, because you'll put the core in, and then it'll want you to build a building, but then you don't have anything to build, so you're stuck. It won't let you go to the Skyway, you're done. And if you try reloading your save, that won't work either, because it'll just put you back at the entrance. Now, fortunately, the route I have, that is an impossibility. There's no time at which you can go to the Bastion and not be able to build a thing. Unless the game were somehow to crash, in which case I might have to continue from a place where it might want me to build another building. Or I screwed up, like, royally. And I mean, I would have to really screw up. So Your Talk, I softlocked the game the other day on a record run, but that was in New Game Plus. That was a different softlock, actually. That particular one is not possible on New Game because you don't do the level that triggers the event where you can softlock yourself that way. So that one's not, it's literally not possible for that to happen at HDQ. The other one's theoretically possible, but I'm not going to let it happen.